Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, 0216. Air, take one.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest star Jackie Mason. Special guest star Ray Charles. Jimmy Joy singers, the Ron Poindexter dancers, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra.
Hey, this really looks like makeup.
But it isn't.
It smells like makeup.
But it isn't.
Feels like makeup.
But it isn't. It's CoverGirl Plus 3. First acne medicine in 3 shades.
It's light. Mine's medium. Brunette. Yeah, but can it cure?
No acne medicine cures. But Plus 3 can get great results. And it looks...
Pretty. I can wear Plus 3 on dates.
That's what we had in mind.
Hi, I'm Bart Starr. And I take it off with Noxzema, medicated shave.
Men, take it off. Take it all off with Noxzema. Men, if Bart Starr takes it off with Noxzema, shouldn't you? After all, he's a fantastic first baseman.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, the Smothers Brothers.
If you just seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it shall be given, and the love will come a-trickling down. Oh, well, I set out to make my way with only what I heard folks say. You'll find out along the way that a love comes a-trickling down.
Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it shall be given, and the love will come a-trickling down.
On every door I knocked full measure. Some they offered pain and pleasure, but I found life's greatest treasure when the love will come a-trickling down.
Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it shall be given, and the love will come a-trickling down.
Seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be opened, ask and it shall be given, and the love will come a-trickling down. Now, we can read that a lot of ways, but I know a lot of you will say 68's been a bad year. It really has. It hasn't been a year of pleasure. You say, well, maybe you have knocked and the door wasn't open, and you've asked and it hasn't been given. Well, I sometimes wonder, and you're probably asking me, why, you ask me why, probably some of you are asking me why, I'm so optimistic, why you smell?
I can tell you why you smell it. Very simple.
69's not going to be a good year. Some of you are probably asking why that I smile and I'm happy and I'm optimistic and I'm looking forward to the future.
Why?
1968, not yet, Dickie. Okay. I'll tell you when to ask me why. Boy, it's tough working with your brother. But I know a lot of problems have come up in 1969. There could have been a lot of jokes about 1969. Nothing. 1960 was a disaster.
Which one?
And when we look all the way around us, all we see is moral decay in the country, black and white strife, people starving. There's a total lack of love in the world, and young students and teachers are rioting. And I'll tell you why I smile, even in the midst of what we see around us, and why I have hope for the future, and why our show, and my brother and myself, try to reflect oftentimes what's wrong, but we also want everybody to know that we know what's right. You ask me why I smile with disaster around, right? Some of you don't know why. That I should be so optimistic in a world turned asunder and say, knock and the door shall be open? You ask me why? Go ahead, Dickie, now.
What?
Ask me why?
Lower your voice.
Ask me
Lower,
why?
I said lower your voice.
Ask me why. I feel optimistic. And
Okay.
I wanna go.
Why?
I don't know why. If I knew why.
Life is a long, hard journey, and it doesn't matter where it ends. So make the journey count, my friend.
And love come a trickling down.
Everybody,
Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it shall be given, and the love will come a trickling down.
come on now.
Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it shall be given, and the love will come a trickling down.
Love come a trickling, love come a trickling, love come a trickling down.
Come a trickling down.
Oh, Tony, you won again. You're very good. How do you do it?
Just a matter of getting used to it.
Well, I'll never get used to these.
Oh, problems?
I can't seem to find a cigarette I can stay with. This one tastes harsh.
That's easy to fix. Try one of my cools.
Long size.
Mm-hmm. I think you'll like them.
Come up to the cool taste.
Taste extra coolness every time you smoke.
Hey, Phyllis, you want to try this?
Okay. You know, I'm sure glad I tried these. Taste smooth.
What'd I tell you?
Come up to the cool taste.
Try Cools, king size or long size. Both have the same taste of extra coolness. Cool Filter Kings, Cool Filter Longs. 2 sizes, 1 taste. The cool taste.
Oh, hi there. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is one of the chosen people, which just goes to prove that some of our best friends are chosen. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jackie Mason. Jackie, it's good to have you on the show. It's really good to have you.
Well, I wish you would have made him stop applauding first because I'm a very big hit, and I don't like to interrupt because I like to hear how I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the show is not so fantastic that I think you have to rush into it.
Okay, I don't want you to get bugged because I've always, both my brother and myself have always liked your act because you really do great shtick.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said my brother and myself have always liked your act and you do great shtick.
I don't understand that. What language are you talking? What language are you talking?
That's showbiz. I'm talking showbiz. Great, you do great shtick. It's a showbiz phrase, you know.
No, you're talking Jewish. Do you know you're talking Jewish, or are you just kibitzing around?
No, I'm not kibitzing around, so why don't you quit hawking at me, huh?
Wait a second, where am I? What is this? The 10 lost tribes of Israel? I'm surrounded by Gentiles, and it sounds like a Jewish neighborhood.
Jackie, I'm not Jewish. My brother nor myself aren't Jewish. Oh, my brother used to be Jewish, but then, you know, he started hawking at me all the time, so I just, knock it off.
I can't understand this. I really can't. Mm-hmm. You take a mediocre talent, you take a lousy voice, a simple mind, and then you double it, and you got a hit. But don't get me wrong, I respect your show.
Yes,
Your budget.
Let me ask you something, Jackie. I don't want to get personal or anything. This is not. I'm not trying to just to get you uptight or anything. I just wondered, are you actually really Jewish?
I'd like to know what gave you the idea. Is it the way I talk?
Well, actually, you do talk kind of different. It's kind of your speech pattern. I thought maybe, you might be Jewish.
No, there's nothing wrong with the way I talk. It's the way you listen. You see, to you, I sound Jewish, right?
Right.
That's because of your ears.
Uh-huh.
You got Gentile ears. That's why I sound Jewish. If you had Jewish ears, I would sound normal. Uh-huh. Also, it wouldn't hurt your looks.
I heard, and I don't know, because it's always repeated by a lot of people, that you studied to be a rabbi.
No. They made it up. I was never a rabbi.
Oh.
I was a priest.
Priest? I'm so really surprised to hear that.
So was the Vatican.
Well,
Well, look, let's be honest about it. You don't have to be Jewish to be funny.
That's a relief.
See, the way I look at it, everybody should get their laughs from the church of their own choice.
I think we better bring my brother out, and we'll get some laughs together. Dick?
Oh,
Dick,
look
come
who's here.
That was good.
Oh, how do you do? It's certainly nice to have you on my show.
It's nice to have you on my show.
As a matter of fact,
Oh, Dick and I.
I'll let you in on a secret.
What?
My brother Tom and I
You don't say?
were just saying that you
That
could
me?
sing a song with us.
I'd love to sing a song, and it's a song we all believe in. It's about the church of our choice.
There's a Catholic church in my little hometown with two big bells in its tower, and they rang dong ding ding.
There's a Protestant church in the same little town with a great big bell in its steeple, and it rang dong dong.
There's an old synagogue in my little hometown with a small silver bell over the door, and it rang ding-a-ding-a.
And every night the bells would ring. This is the way their song would sing.
Now the two great big bells high up in the Catholic chower would ring.
You said shower.
My
brother made a mistake. You said Catholic shower.
I know it.
Boy, I heard it right away. You
Well, I
said
heard
Catholic shower.
I knew I
Were
said
you having a drink with Jackie before the show? You said, did you hear him say Catholic
What do you want from me? I got my own trouble.
He heard it, and I apologize.
Okay.
Now,
Do you know anything at all about the Catholics?
no.
They'll get you.
All right, then you do it.
Then I'm probably not safe here either.
Well, there was these two big bells in the Catholic tower, and they rang. Dong, ding, ding.
Then the great big bell in the Protestant steeple would answer, dong, dong.
And in the old synagogue, there was this little silver bell, hanging a little crooked, that would sing, ding-a, ding-a.
And every night when they all rang together, they would sound just like this.
Dong, ding, ding.
Dong, dong.
Ding-a, ding-a. Thank you. It's not necessary. Please, it's not necessary. Please. That's all, huh? You know, to me, it's a special kick. There's no other show, probably in the whole world, that has such a spirit of warmth, of brotherhood. This is the only show where nobody cares who you are, what you are. They judge you as a human being, not by your religion. Am I right, mister? As a man who's not too intelligent to poison, what would you say? Because this is the spirit of brotherhood that we hope would pervade our whole society. Because it makes no difference what a person is. Like, here's a man, I don't know what he is. I don't care what he is. It's none of my business. I don't like this man. But I don't judge a man by his religion. I don't even judge him by his color, because that's nobody's business. Like, here's a man, I don't know what he is either. I don't know what you are. But I'm not better than him. I'm not better than him. I'm better than this guy. Nobody is better than anybody else. That's the essence of democracy. Do you understand what I'm talking about, mister? I asked you 3 questions. Don't you know anything? This is true all over the world. There's too much hate and violence. How many people really believe in brotherhood? Very few. When I go, it'll be all over. I'm on the wrong side. I found out in this business you can't please everybody. Some people like you, some don't. Do you notice that? I think in your case, most people don't. But it happens to be true. Do you notice that? You can't like everybody. You can't enjoy everybody. It's almost impossible. The best we could hope for is a degree of tolerance to at least appreciate the right of other people. You got that so far? Are you Jewish? No? Get out. Because people are basically all the same. I don't care if a man is white or black. It's nobody's business. People are all the same. Let's be honest about it. A man is born black. Does that make him worse than you? There's nobody worse than you. Except this guy. I found one guy worse than you. There's people worse than you, too, but I never met them, I'll be honest. What I'm trying to bring out is that's the only way that this country will ever survive. When you ever stop to think that this country was actually born by accident? We're all here by accident. You certainly are. You know when Columbus discovered America, he wasn't even looking for America? Anybody? So far, you don't know one thing unless I told you. He wasn't. He was looking for a shortcut to India. Nobody could figure it out because he was running around with Queen Isabella at the time. I don't know if you heard about it. And he was doing pretty good. All of a sudden, he started looking for a shortcut to India. Everybody else was looking for a shortcut to Queen Isabella. You know, originally when he came, he accomplished nothing because all the banks were closed. It was Columbus Day. That's my best joke, mister. I think there's a Nazi right in front of me. It hurts him that a Jew is white. I'm trying to preach the significance of brotherhood and love. Do you understand that, mister? Right now we got problems all over the world. Take a look what's going on in Vietnam. Mister. Do you understand what's going on? No matter how much you love your country, are you a citizen? Doesn't it bother you what's going on there? I don't believe everything they tell me. Every day they tell me that we knocked out 500 bridges in North Vietnam. You believe that? I studied North Vietnam carefully. I just came from there. I found out there's only 8 bridges in North Vietnam. How do we find 500 bridges a week to knock out? Anybody? I'll tell you how they do it. You're lucky I'm not busy. I'll explain it to you. Every day we send bombers over North Vietnam, and these bombers drop bridges. Then we knock out the bridges that we dropped, and we make them. You understand that? Well, thank the Lord. About time you applauded something. I was admitting to admire how you could control yourself. Now you see. Either laugh it up or get out. I don't need to. Let me tell you a true story. Are you busy? Listen to this. You're not too thrilled about these jokes at all, huh? Why don't you sit with him? We'll keep all this stuff. I'm trying to bring out something to you. Like right now, we should rededicate ourselves to our country. We ought to thank the Lord for the fact that we even live here. How many countries would let a man in your condition sit right in the front? You know what kind of a country this is? It's like Richard Nixon said only last week, and I don't want to make fun of him because I'm proud of the fact that we have a man like him to become the president of our nation. Because he's going to do a lot of things nobody ever did before. And he himself don't know what it is. As a matter of fact, that's how he won the campaign. He says, I'm definite. About what? I can't tell you. He says, I'm going to do. They said, what? He says, it's not my business. He never answered a question throughout the campaign. That's why they voted for him. They figured if he don't know what to do, he must be pretty good. He's smart enough not to find out. He's no good. Did you ever hear one of his speeches? He said, I'd like to make one thing very clear, and I think this is very important to make it very clear, whatever it is that I'm talking about. Because if we make one thing clear, then we could go and make another thing clear and have 2 clear things that we didn't have before. Because once you have number 1 and number 2, then... Help out, or get out. I don't mean to pick on you. I only pick on you for one reason. I don't like you. You know, this is hilarious. I pick on him, he gets mad. I pick on him, he laughs. You know why he laughs? Why do you think he laughs? Stupid, he don't know what it is. I'm kidding you. I don't make a living from picking on people. If you was a person, I wouldn't have bothered you either. I just told myself a better joke than I told you. Don't get the wrong impression. I don't want to mix in politics because this is none of my business. I'm here to express the tributes of this country in terms of the brotherhood and love that this nation enjoys. And the only thing that will make this nation endure. I say let's forget differences. Let's get together once and for all and get the Germans. That's the only way. Not that the Germans are bad people, but if you're Jewish, Because I feel brotherhood here more than any place else. Like here's a black man sitting right in front of me. Look how I can tell. I know my business. You want me to tell you the truth? You're as good as this guy anytime. And I'm not too crazy about this. That's right, because we're all here by accident, and we didn't pick out the color we were born. Did somebody call you up before you were born and say, Mister, what color do you want? It's an accident of birth. If somebody asked you for a color before you were born, the chances are you never would have picked white. I'll bet you would have picked pink. That's right, then what would you do if you were pink and everybody else was light blue? Where would you go? Everybody would say, you hear about that pink guy? He's moving into the neighborhood. I'll ask you another question, as long as I'm not busy. You see, if it's such a thrill to be born white, I'd like to know this. How is it every time the sun comes out, every white person lays on the floor like a dead horse, desperate to turn brown? Somehow born brown, not so hot, but turn brown. Woo-hoo. I was just in Miami Beach. They were admiring a guy with a tan there. What a tan! They couldn't get over it. Then they found out he's really colored. Get out! I say that it makes no difference who you are as long as you don't look like this guy. It's all the spirit of fun. He don't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for the opportunity of really seeing me here in person. May God bless me and keep me. I shall have nothing to worry about for many years to come. I happen to be a wonderful person, and that's why I want to wish myself from the bottom of my heart the very best of it. Thank you very much.
Want to give cleaning a whole new meaning? Discover Whistle Clean. Whistle Clean is a happy bottle of Whistle spray cleaner to sparkle the faucets and gleam the wood, to degrease the stove and to shine up the hood. And Whistle Clean is a tough, friendly jug of Big Whistle to undirt the floors and unsmudge the doors, to unspot the walls and ungrime the halls. Can your cleaner do so many things so well? Discover Whistle Clean.
I've got 6 more stylings to do. What a time for a headache.
You could take aspirin, but Bufferin goes to work in half the time of simple aspirin. Look, simple aspirin takes 20 minutes to give you the pain reliever Bufferin gives you in 10. Aspirin, 20 minutes. Bufferin, 10. That's half the time. Yes, Bufferin's big strength is speed. It goes to work in half the time of simple aspirin.
Once, a long time ago, in a concert in Atlanta, Georgia, the audience loved our next guest so much that they awarded him a title. And that title was more than deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present the genius, Mr. Ray Charles. Hey,
that time. Here's a broken heart. Here's a broken heart now. But time stood still. Oh, time stood still. Since we've been apart. Since we've been apart. I can't stop loving you. I want you to know, baby, that I've made up my mind. Yes, I have. To live in memories of the lonesome time. Sing the song, children, sing on. I can't stop loving you. That's all right. It's useless to say. So I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday. Of Thank you very much. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do that. You made me want you. And all the time you knew it. I think you've always known it. You made me happy sometimes. Yeah, you made me glad. And there were times, baby, you made me feel so bad. You made me cry, but I didn't want to tell you. I just didn't want to talk about it. I want some love that's true. Yes, I do. Indeed, I do. Don't you know I do, baby? Gimme, gimme, gimme what I cry for. You know you got the kind of loving that I can die for. You know you made me love you. Gimme what I cry for. You got the kind of loving that I'd die for. You know you made me. Now listen, you woman. You know you made me. Yes, you did. You know you made me love you. Come here, baby.
We'll be right back with Ray Charles, Jackie Mason, and our Smothers Brothers Minority Report on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
Decisions, decisions. Do I want good, rich flavor or one that's lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King?
Wait. Now one cigarette gives you both. Pell-Mell Gold. Newest U.S. government figures show Pell-Mell Gold 100s now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. Longer, yet now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. You make out better at both ends with Big Tip Pell-Mell Gold. Tastier, milder. Pell-Mell Menthol, too.
And now, the second in a continuing series of Smothers Brothers Minority Reports. Here to ask tonight's question is Dick Smothers.
On our first Minority Report, we asked our guests how they felt about the way the government spends their tax dollar. And tonight, based upon the fact that over 200,000 young Americans were drafted last year, our question is simply this. What do you think about the draft system? Okay, our first guest tonight is once again Mr. Krupowski. We're here tonight, Mr. Krupowski, to ask your opinion of the American draft.
Oh, it's beautiful, your American draft. I kiss your American draft. Much better here than in Russia.
Does everyone have to serve in the Russian army?
Oh, no, it's very easy to evade the draft in Russia. Oh. You see, in Russia, everything is political. First, you get your political notice. Uncle Kosygin wants you. Then, if you don't want him, first, you go to Soviet Health and Welfare for your political health certificate. If you cannot obtain this, then you go to Politburo for political exemption. If you fail to get that, then you go to Supreme Politburo for political discharge. If you can't get any of those things, then you go to American Embassy for political asylum. God bless America, land what I love. Wait a minute, boob check. Again? Again, you're interrupting America? No, it's a pity you're not living in the kind of a country that you can't get out of.
No, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Proceed with your question.
Tell me, would you serve in the American Army?
On my hands and knees, I would enlist to fight for this great country.
Do you feel that strongly?
That's the way they would have to drag me, on my hands and knees. My country tastes of the sweet spasibo.
Thank you. He's a wonderful American. Our next gentleman is Mr. Hernandez. Tell me, were you ever in the Army?
Yes, and I got a lot out of it, too. I got to travel when I was in the Army. I got to see a lot of new, wonderful places. I was in Alabama and Mississippi, Louisiana, great places. If it wasn't for the Army, I never would have seen these places. Also, I developed a new taste for food. Before I got drafted, I was eating rice, beans, tacos, tortillas, enchiladas. Now I like Spam, powdered eggs, chipped beef on toast. That's not what they called it in the Army. Rosalita, she don't make it as good as the Army, though. It's so wonderful.
Well, getting back to the question, Mr. Hernandez, one of the proposals for correcting the unfairness of the draft has been to create some sort of a lottery system.
Oh. Mm-hmm. You mean like they do in Mexico, where everybody takes a chance and buys a ticket and the winning number is going to get drafted?
That's right.
That's a very good idea, Mr. Smothers, except for one thing.
What?
Who's going to buy a ticket?
Thank you very much.
Anytime, senor.
Next we have a lady from New York, and her name is Mrs. Klein. Tell me, instead of drafting men, there's been a lot of talk about paying them a good wage and establishing a professional army. Now, how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel that's the only practical method. You see, with a professional army, first of all, you're going to get a union shop. Then you'll get sliding pay scale, fringe benefits, a good grievance committee, and the right to strike. Then, with a professional army, wars would only last from 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock. And golden time for overtime. Then, on top of that, there would be no fighting on the weekend, and on top of that, 2 weeks vacation pay. Wait a minute. And then, no scabbing. And that would put an end to wars.
Did you ever have any personal experience with the draft?
Oh, yes. The draft hit our neighborhood very hard. Our neighbor's son, Tony Salvatore down the street, Mrs. Acropolo's boy, Nicky, my own son, Saul, they all received their draft notices, and it's so sweet. Once a week, we mothers gather in each other's houses to read our son's mail, and it comes from all over. Winnipeg, Toronto, Vancouver,
Thank you very much, Mrs. Klein.
Don't mention it.
Hey, we'll see you next week.
All right, if you don't get drafted.
Don't worry, I'm over age. Now, from San Francisco, Mr. Harris. Hello, Mr. Harris.
Hello.
Today's Minority Report deals with the question, do you think the draft laws are fair in this country?
Now, that's a very interesting question. I believe that the draft laws
show absolutely no racial discrimination whatsoever. In fact, I believe that the black man has an even better opportunity to be drafted than the white man. And the equality does not stop there. Why, here at home, sometimes we're asked to ride at the back of the bus. But when we're called into the armed services, we're moved immediately to the front. Now, that is more than equal opportunity.
Tell me, do you have any suggestions on how the draft laws might be improved?
Well, now, I believe that when you're fighting for a real direct cause, in other words, when the actual freedom of Americans is directly placed in jeopardy, I don't think you need the draft laws.
Well, well, thank you very much.
After all, now, we didn't need them in Watts in 65, Chicago in 66, Newark and Detroit in 67, Chicago.
I understand. Very, very interesting. Our last gentleman hails from County, California, and his name is Mr. Davis. Now, sir, how do you feel about the present draft laws?
Gracious me, I'm glad you asked me that. With 2 kids of my own, I really have to face this problem. Golly, it's kind of like a two-headed coin, isn't it? My country on the one side, my family on the other. But I sat down and I talked with my kids for a long while. And we agreed that serving your country should come before anything. Why, it's a boy's duty to serve in the armed forces when he's called.
That's, well, are you boys in the service now?
I happen to have girls. But that doesn't change my opinion, not one little bit. Well, I remember when I was drafted, I couldn't wait to get to the front and tangle with the enemy. I wanted to see action and fight for my country. But when you can type 80 words a minute, you go where you need it the most.
Tell me, sir, how do you feel about the draft laws?
The draft laws, well, I feel about the draft the same way I feel about birth control. I like it. It's a very good thing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's a good thing for your Negroes, your Jews,
yeah,
your Polacks,
I'm sorry.
your undesirables.
Well, this brings to a close our second Smothers Brothers Minority Report. And until next time, we'd like to wish each and every one of our minorities a good week. Thank you.
When a virus cold hits you, your world can't come to a stop. To keep going, you take aspirin for headache, an antihistamine for runny nose, and a decongestant for stuffiness. But now stop. All 3 of these medications are concentrated in Dristan tablets, the concentrated medication for relief of virus colds. Just about everything cold medicine can do is concentrated in Dristan. First, there's aspirin to relieve headaches, body pains. Second, antihistamine to dry, watery eyes, runny nose. Third, a decongestant to help drain sinuses, help restore free breathing. All this medicated relief is concentrated in Dristan. So when you can't stop, Dristan helps keep you going.
Honey, I don't know how you do it. And with a virus cold.
Oh, I feel all right now. How about some peas?
Do everything you can do for relief of virus cold miseries. And take the concentrated medication, Dristan tablets.
You know, part of the heritage of this country is music. And one of the purest forms of American music is the blues.
There are all kinds of blues. There's moving blues, dentist blues, lose your girl blues, and the crying blues that makes you really sing the blues.
And as you know, we have on our show tonight the man who sings them the best, Mr. Ray Charles.
As I was waking up this morning, hey, you know I felt pretty good. Yes, I did. I began to stretch and yawn just to see if I could. All at once I got a funny feeling, yeah, that something around here was going on wrong. So you know what I did? I got up and I looked all around for my woman, and that was it. You know, the girl had packed up and gone. You know, if everybody went to heaven, I believe I'd miss the call. Oh, if it went for bad luck, children. Oh, if it went for bad luck, now. just wouldn't have no luck at all. Hear what I said? I wouldn't have no luck at all.
Doctor, I have this terrible problem.
Oh, just relax, young man. Don't be ashamed to tell me every detail.
Well, I happen to be married to this Negro woman, and I...
Mixed marriage. Oh, that could be a very serious problem. Now, you take my advice.
Doctor, my wife and I are very, very happy. It's working out beautifully. That's not my problem.
Proceed, please.
Well, her best friend is Eldridge Cleaver.
Now, that could be a big problem.
You don't understand. You know, I kind of like Cleaver. I mean, he's entitled to his point of view, and that doesn't bother me.
No, huh?
No.
Well, continue, please. I mean, get to the meat of it. I mean, don't be ashamed. Don't unburden yourself.
Doctor, well, I have this child.
Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, a child of a mixed marriage.
Doctor,
not this, not that. Nobody wants her, nobody accepts her.
Doctor, that's not the problem either.
That's not the problem.
I mean, this child is the most beautiful little girl you've ever seen. I mean, she's got the best features of both of us. She's happy, well-adjusted, and, just a happy child. Very good.
Say, listen, what's the problem?
Well, Doctor, it's this. Should I resign from the Klan?
Don't you know if it wasn't bad luck, you look out now. Somebody said if it wasn't bad luck now. Hey! I'd have no luck at all. Would you believe my luck is so bad? I'd have no.
Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, thanks a lot, boss. The same to you.
Jackie, this is going to be a very hard thing for me to do. But as of tomorrow, you are no longer the coach of my ball club.
Wait a minute. Me? I'm fired? When I came to this club, it was in last place and gone down. Since I've been here, we won 42 games and lost none. Not only that, we're world champions for 5 years, and you're firing me?
It is simply a personality conflict.
Somebody said it wasn't bad luck now. Hey! I wouldn't have no luck at all. No, I wouldn't have no luck at all.
Oh, let me see, Mr. Smothers. Let's take a look at that love line of yours, huh? Hey, you lover, you. You great lover. Well, look at that love life. Look at that.
I know. I've been.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, I've done a lot of
Yes, it is. Well, you've really had a successful life, haven't you? A very happy life.
Yeah.
Happiness, success, and love. Fantastic. It's the strongest love line I have ever seen.
Well,
Beautiful.
you betcha. How about telling me about what my lifeline?
Your lifeline. That's... your lifeline. Mr. Smothers, could you pay me quick?
I declare it wasn't bad luck, y'all. Hey, just no luck at all. I want you to know I wouldn't have no luck at all.
Say, tell me, Ray, what are you so happy about?
I'm not happy, man. I'm singing the blues. I'm singing about people suffering.
Oh, you see, when my people suffer, they call it source.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, when you got the blues, you sing, but when you got source, you krucht.
Well, what's a krucht?
See, a krucht is a groan. It goes like this. Oy, wees mir.
You mean like...
Oh, boy. Wait a second. That was no krucht, that was a jifke. Wait a second. I think right now you're ready for me to show you how to really sing the blues. I know you're considered the greatest blues singer in the world, but everybody could stand a little improvement.
Yeah, I understand you.
Now, follow me carefully, and you'll make a real fantastic blues singer out of it.
All right.
I got the blues in the morning. That was close. I got the blues most every night. I think you're getting voice.
Oh, sorry.
I got the blues every time.
My baby don't treat me right.
Now tell me the truth, Ray. How do you like the way I sing the blues?
Man, that's source.
You, Alan Viberg, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife till death do you part.
I do.
Do you, Mimi Sewell, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband till death do you part?
I do.
The ring, please. With the placing of this ring, I now pronounce you man and wife.
10, 20, 35. I now own 50% of everything you have.
Wasn't for bad luck, sure. Y'all can see if it wasn't for bad luck now. Hey, the man wouldn't have no luck at all. He's pretty bad shape. He just wouldn't have no luck at all.
I'm just a drunken bum. I'm no good to anybody. Not even to myself.
Pardon me, sir. Are you John W. Norris?
Yes. What is it?
Pardon us for a moment. Sir, I am Anthony Michael, and I have here a cashier's check for $1 million tax-free, which I am prepared to give to you on one condition, that you never reveal to any human being how you got this check. The best of luck to you, Mr. Norris.
$1 million?
What's that?
Wow, a check for $1 million. Who gave you that?
Cheese. I ain't gonna have no crackers. Whoa, whoa. Get home. I get home. Every morning before I ride, I get a feeling. Sometimes I don't feel me all day. That ball, I would have it.
Of all the toothpastes that promise to get teeth whiter, which one gets them the whitest? Just recently, a major dental clinic tested the leading brand's promising whiteness. The clinic did the brushing. The clinic did the rating. And McLean's won. Of the leading brands that promise to get teeth whiter, McLean's got them the whitest. Shouldn't you be using the winner?
I came back to Brill Cream. I tried a clear gel, but I didn't like the way my hair looked. So I came back to that little dab of Brill Cream because it leaves my hair looking natural. We all came back to Brill Cream.
And we're glad they did.
Brill Cream, best-selling hairdressing in the world.
Thank you very much. We'd like to thank our guests for this week, Ray Charles and Jackie Mason. Let's give them a big hand. I'd like to give a special thanks to the Minority Report people, Michael Constantine, Betty Walker, Mel Stewart, Murray Roman, and Kenneth Mars.
That's right. Next week, our guests will be Lee French, the Klingers, and Andy Williams. So we're looking forward to that.
Before we say goodnight, a man named Chuck Braverman, a young filmmaker, made a film for us called American Time Capsule that probably a lot of you saw, that summed up the 200 years of American history in 2.5 minutes.
So we asked him to make the same kind of look at 1968, the year that was.
So as soon as 1968 was over, Chuck stopped his camera down and ran to the drugstore, and yesterday the film came back.
Right, and he spent all day cutting up and putting the pictures together, and they're all finished.
So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, hot off the reel, The World of 1968.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there was 1968 in just 4 minutes.
Let's hope that 1969 will allow us to make a film that has nothing but beautiful things in it.
Right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Also appearing on tonight's show were Paul Wayne and Marvin Miller. This is Roger Carroll.
Latest U.S. government figures show Silverthin's lowest in tar and nicotine of all 100s tested, lower than most Kings. Can a cigarette that tastes as good as Silverthin's actually be that low in tar and nicotine? Read the United States government figures. Try Silverthin's now in menthol, too.